Hi, this is Ruth Theresa with One Inspiring Woman, and today we're talking about Sagittarius season. That's right. Our Sagittarius season starts November 21st and goes through December 21st. And this Sagittarius energy really kind of brings this air of optimism and what's coming up next. And I know part of that is kind of like just we're getting ready for the end of the year and kind of like the next year. What is that going to bring to us? But it also kind of brings it in that Sagittarius way of just everything's going to be okay and everything's going to work out the right way. And it really does kind of free our thinking of like, wow, I'm ready for all of this. I'm ready to move into this energy. And so it's really helpful for us to have that energy right at the end of the year. Unlike Scorpio, Sagittarius energy isn't really interested in a whole bunch of drama and trauma and diving deep into kind of like, how do we feel about this and look at this emotion differently and all that kind of stuff. It's really just kind of like this energy of positivity and everything's going to be okay, and next year is going to be a better year, and next week is going to be a better week. So things, all of that start coming in at us, and kind of optimism can be, I heard this today, can be like a secret weapon. Your optimism, your positivity can be your secret weapon to get through almost anything, especially our stressful holiday time. That can be really fun. Happiness this month can be kind of empty, and I think sometimes it's kind of a double-edged sword, that like we're happy that we're with our family members now, but it can also be really sad because we think about the family members that aren't there, our parents or grandparents that have passed, or great grandparents that are no longer with us, or people that have moved away. It's kind of like, wow, I miss all of them. So it can bring up this a little bit of sadness, but also like, I'm glad they were in my life. I'm glad that they were part of what was going on with me. That can be a really, really great time. And this is a great time to really amplify moving forward, or thinking forward into what we want to bring into our 2022 year. And so think about all of that. And Sagittarius is the sign of the archer. So think about like, what do you want to draw your energy to? What do you want to point your arrow at? What do you want to bring it into? And this can be kind of like adventurous and kind of like, what do you want to do? But it could also be just doing like a vision board and getting your calendar ready. And I've done a couple of videos of like how to get ready for 2022, and those are great. Make sure you watch those. I'll have the links below. One of the aspects happening during the Sagittarius energy is we're having a sextile between Saturn and Chiron on November 22nd. And this is a rare opportunity for us to heal old wounds. So that's, if you have some old stuff from your past, if you have some old stuff that you haven't let go of, this is that time frame to start doing it. And it's a few days before and a few days after, and it's going to be amplifying that, letting go of the past and like looking at it in a new healed way. And that's going to be really great for a lot of people that have a lot of drama and trauma in their past from their childhood. And that's going to be brought up as well because we have Thanksgiving around that same time frame. It's kind of when we get together with family, sometimes we trigger someone else and sometimes they trigger us. And so it's really important to think about like letting this go and how can we heal through this, and kind of can we talk through it. Whether we need to heal different types of relationships. It could be like spouse, boyfriend and girlfriend, maybe it could be siblings, maybe it could be family stuff. Any of that is going to be great about kind of bringing us back into this harmonious kind of coming together. And that's what I'm saying, like this is really great at this time frame. And then we have Chiron and Saturn to kind of bring this together so we can talk it all out and get it all out in the open and hopefully come to a new healed state. And I think that's the best part. Let's see. We've got a couple of ones. We have Neptune going direct in station around this time frame, and it's kind of just the last couple of days before our solar eclipse in the sign of Sagittarius. It's one of those, this is a great time to kind of push this energy of what do we want to put the light on, what do we want to put our positivity into, and then kind of between our lunar eclipse and our solar eclipse is kind of really feels weird because we're like our energy stays high. That solar eclipse, it throws it high, and then it stays high until we get through the solar eclipse, and then it starts tapering down, and so that makes it a little bit easier. Indies can always be painful and it can be harsh, but it's one of those, it can also be very illuminating. Like, think about what is your part in that situation. What did you bring into this relationship that you require taking responsibility for? Things you could have done differently, things you should have done differently, and taking that on yourself. So when you learn about it, you can learn and embrace it and kind of learn from that evaluation of like, how can I make it better next time I get in another relationship? Let's see, our solar eclipse happens on December 4th, and it will be taking place and really connecting with a lot of Mercury energy at the same time. So that's going to kind of bring up kind of talking about things or communication. You're going to see a lot more posts on Facebook and Instagram and Twitters and all that kind of stuff. You're going to see like a burst of people kind of really talking about their truth and kind of pushing that energy out there. Words, can bring up a lot of things. So make sure you're looking and feeling the intent in the words when you look at those posts, when you look at the energy from other people. Let's see. One of the best things to kind of do is kind of take some time and kind of walk away from the beaten path, kind of take a step back from like your normal life of things that everything has to be done, and kind of take some time for yourself. And what would you like to bring in during the Sagittarius energy? What would you like to move forward? And taking time for yourself during this very chaotic holiday time frame can be the same way. What do you want to bring into this, and taking time for yourself? I think one of the best parts is to feel your own energy of like, this is what I want to bring in. This is the things that I want to pursue. These are the things and the situations that I love, that I want to bring in forward, not only for myself, but my family. And like I said, this is a great time to look at the visions of what you want to bring in. Vision boards are really great to work at this time frame, and kind of like, it seems like every planet is allowing that energy to amp us up and get us ready for this. So that's the really fun part. I think that's the cool part as well. And kind of really kind of getting into the Sagittarius energy, because before too much longer, December 21st, we're not only going to have our solar eclipse, our winter solstice. So on December 21st, not only do we have our winter solstice, but we move into a new sign, kind of getting us ready for 2022. And that is a great time of year to know that this energy is shifting and changing and amplifying for yourself. So know that this is coming at us for a very great reason, and you should be working on your Sagittarius information. I thank you so much for joining me today, and I know that we'll be talking again soon.